Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 28th episode of Let's Talk Inclusion. I'm delighted to welcome you all after a few weeks. Yes, I'm Manobina Chakraborty, an inclusive education consultant based in India, and of course, the founder of I for Inclusion. And my guest today is Ms. Kavita Sharma. Ms. Sharma and I are working together in a very interesting project these days. We keep having a discussion about neurodiversity and inclusion quite often. We'll share with you now one of our interesting discussions held recently. It's a recording, not live. But before that, a little bit about Ms. Kavita Sharma. She's an educator and an activist advocate with more than 2.5 decades of experience in dealing with persons with additional needs in India. She has been actively involved with well-known organizations catering to the needs of neurodiverse people across the country. So here we are. Neurodiversity is a relatively new concept for the world. It was introduced only in the late 90s. Kavita ji, since you have been working in the field of education in India for years now, do you think that neurodiversity is practiced in India, or does it exist only as a concept?
Right. Thank you, Manobina. Neurodiversity is equivalent to biodiversity. That is what I feel. And somewhere we have to help each other as it happens in the system of biodiversity, that some legumes help the other plants by giving the nitrogen, etc. So that is how neurodiversity should be seen in India. Now, to answer your question, whether it is being practiced in India, I think the answer is yes and no. When I say yes, it is something like, people are talking about inclusion of those who are little different, whose learning styles are different, and that is happening only in the bigger cities. When it comes to the rural India, then this inclusion or the practice towards helping the neurodivergence is very little, or it is done unknowingly. And there is a reason for it also, that these individuals, when they are different, they exhibit things differently, it is seen differently, it is like, there is an attitudinal barrier of assumed incompetence among the fraternity, the professionals, etc. And what happens is that they just think that the students are these neurodivergents are not capable of doing anything, and then they are not given a chance in most of the places. Another thing which I have noticed, that in some places this is practiced only in the pre-primary and primary school setups, and when the concepts are getting a little difficult, there is no remediation which is happening, which is required, where we talk about the equity, the accommodations, etc., adaptations in a classroom, where we can use the technology, we can use lots of assistive devices. That is also not happening so far. The reasons are many, but it is time that we get into it and work towards it. So we have to keep the system ready, and system to be ready completely, because we do have many things in India. Lots of policies are there which are drawn beautifully. All we need to do is to implement those. So looking forward to a few, good things to happen, where in the coming years we will have more people, more neurodivergent students getting proper interventions, going ahead with the complete education, higher education, and then they are placed in the proper workplace where they deserve. This is what I feel about it.
Thank you very much, Kavita ji. And one more thing I just wanted to ask you. Some say that neurodiversity is a romantic idea, and it actually trivializes the challenges some neurological disorders thrust upon a person. What is your opinion about it?
Well, neurodiversity is not a romantic idea. I wouldn't say that. I think it is the competitive advantage. It is, I would say, it is up to the people when the diagnosis happens, or when you find that there is, the learning styles are different. uh, the student requires different help, extra help, then perhaps we have to do the proper counseling to the parents to make them understand that lots is possible, and see the strengths of the individuals. Whether it is, we've been talking about, people who have autism, ADHD, and dyslexia, and so many other conditions. If we can see the strengths of these individuals, then we can certainly work towards it, and work only on the strengths, with the help of the universal design of learning, and different methods which may help these individuals to go ahead and show their competence, and make it happen in such a way that it is a concept, it is an advantage to the society, to the people, to the education system, everybody. Because somewhere we are also looking at that these individuals have so many other things to offer, which generally we do not um, kind of get it from the neurotypical ones. They offer a lot of things, so we have to give them a chance, look at their strength, and work towards it. The second part which you asked me, um, that it trivializes the challenges some neurological disorders thrust upon a person. So I would say yes, the challenges are there, but these challenges can be solved by adding adaptations and equity, whether it is a learning environment or a workplace. Now, I would like to give one example here. In the recent past, it was actually my own son. He had he was studying in a place where he was given a table and a chair, which was, the height of these two things were very close to each other, and he's a tall boy. Now, suddenly, once I was asked to come inside, and when I went there, I saw this guy bending and doing the drawing. It was the class of some graphic designing, etc. And before that, some pre production was going on. So I requested that, ma'am, can we do something about it? He is such a tall boy. He should be given a little high table, and where he can sit and work properly. What I got the answer was that we cannot do partiality with other children. So my point is, when I'm putting it across to the people here, that it is not the partiality. It is actually giving the chance to a person in a different way. It is the equity. It is the equity which is going to help him do a better work, to produce whatever he is asked to do. So we have to work towards, all these challenges by providing them different atmosphere, whether it is their sensory issues or if they require some assistive devices, etc. And then we should get the results. I'm very sure if we work towards it in these lines, then we will get the answer there. We will have a head.
Thank you very much, Kavita. Thanks a lot. An eye-opener indeed. Thank you once again, Kavita ji. Now, friends, if you have any questions, please forward them to us. We will be happy to help. See you next week. Till then, take care and goodbye.